Okay, we all
अरे
got off to.
मैं ना बार बार शेड्यूल देख रहा हूँ और देख रहा हूँ
We are
कितना
live,
लाइव है।
Devashi.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ
हम live है.
ओके ओके।
No. We were just kidding off camera, and Devashi did not realize that we were live. It's one of those days. It's fine. It's fun. But we have two semi-finalists now in the T20 World Cup. Semi-final one, we already have a New Zealand, whereas semi-final two, we have England who has qualified. So if everything goes well for Team India, India will face England in the semi-final two fixture, which is in Mumbai. Devashish, before we get to talking about Eden Gardens and the conditions, we saw dew as well last night. I want to talk about Pakistan and they came real close to losing their game last night. And I don't know if you guys have watched the press conference, but there was a journalist who straight up asked Salman Ali Agha that are you going to resign or is PCB going to remove you right after not being able to qualify. So what are your thoughts of last night's game?
Yeah, if you ask me as an Indian fan, I'm extremely happy to see Pakistan being knocked off. Means and obviously with Pakistan you don't know means if they are in the knockouts, they can be a surprise package as is the case with the other three teams. Means obviously it's a very open World T20 World Cup I would say with all four semi-finalists. Means assuming that India also makes it to the last four. And all, the top four teams, the best part of this T20 World Cup is that the top four teams in the tournament has qualified for the semi-finals. And yes, I would still put my money on South Africa because they look like the team to beat in this tournament so far. Yeah, but talking about today's match, yes, Gargi, I think India should start as favorites.
Yeah.
By all counts, and yes, but if you ask for a matchup, I think India and West Indian batters they are very strong power hitters. But when it comes to bowling, I think India definitely has an edge with the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh, Varun Chakravarti, and blah blah blah.
Okay. Shivayan, what are your thoughts about Pakistan last night? That was a peculiar match that we all watched. We were all at Eden Gardens and trying to understand. In the first innings, we were like, what is Sri Lanka doing here? And then in the second innings, we were all thinking, what is Pakistan doing now? And that final over, I think, will haunt Shaheen Afridi for a very long time. But your thoughts?
Even Saurabh Ganguly looked a bit tensed when he came down at where the media dinner was going on, because at that point Pakistan were going all out. Thankfully, they did not go past 220 to 30 run mark, and they batted pretty poorly in the last 4-5 overs. But at that point, everyone was, on social media, it was going on that the match is fixed, etc., etc. But when Saurabh was leaving the dining area, he just looked up and said, "Hopefully, the God is here. God is watching us." Because ultimately, Eden Gardens would have to sacrifice that semi-final spot if Pakistan had Pakistan qualified yesterday. But that's typical Pakistan, despite taking such a strong hold in the match, even during the first half of Sri Lankan chase. They just could not, complete their domination, and Dasun Chanaka just ripped them apart. They could have even won the match. I felt that the last ball was a wide, but the umpire did not give it. I don't know why. But great effort by Sri Lanka. Now Sanat Jayasuriya has said that he's ready to leave the coaching spot. So if Sri Lanka cricket get a able replacement, his contract I think runs till June. So let's see what Sri Lanka cricket does. But ultimately, the best four teams are in the semi-final. Whoever wins today's game, also India West Indies. I think both of them have played some good cricket, and uh, apart from South Africa, New Zealand, England, and India West Indies, I think top four teams, the best four teams are going into the semi-final. That's for sure.
Shomik, you are in Colombo. You are in Kandy at the moment, and I'm sure you watched the game. And were you a part of the press conference? the Pakistan press conference.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I guess
Tweeted the pointers also.
yeah, I guess you know which question I'm referring to, which was asked to Salman Ali Agha, which sort of made me laugh a little bit because the journalist straight up asked him whether or not he's resigning or he's being removed.
It is Gargi, can you please come again? It is about Sanat Jaiswari or Pakistan?
Pakistan.
He's stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck. He has bad internet. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the game tonight. India versus West Indies. Debashish, last night we saw that the dew was settling in by 7 p.m. There was a lot of dew on the ground. How are you looking at the conditions? Because on one hand you have this wicket that promises to be a good batting deck. Then it looks like it has a slight green tinge, but on the other hand you also have a lot of dew.
I would still reckon means dew won't be a major factor because all these players are very much used to playing in these conditions. Means all these players playing the T20 leagues across the world, especially in the IPL, and so but definitely I'm in two minds whether you bat first and post a total, as was the case in the game against Zimbabwe, where you batted out the opposition. Means when you have 250 on board, then more 9 out of 10 times you are winning. Or I would rather prefer chasing, which India is. India are a very good chasing side, and with the batters they have, means even in fact West Indies also. Even West Indies is, I mean, they will bank on their batters because the West Indies' strength lies in their batting, I would say, rather than their bowling. So I in that case I would say both teams will bank on their batters to come good. Means when it matters the most, and it's a high pressure game. Given whichever team wins makes it through to the semi-finals. So I think and Sujanda did say that even 200 could be chased. 200 could be chased on this wicket. And obviously there will be anti spray. There will be the ropes that will be taken around during the drinks break by the ground staff. And we all know that all these bowlers, they already normally have those towels. So I think dew will not be a major factor, but yes, batting very much. Both the teams will bank on their batters to come good.
Someone is saying, Shamik, the Sri Lanka tour is over now. India needs you. When are you coming back?
Gargi, once again, I'm trying my level best, but I don't know. I mean, it is this connection is playing a peekaboo with me. I am so it is a little tough. I mean, I know I'm not getting the questions, and nor can I answers.
It's all right. It's all right. We've lost Shomik once again. But Webber, going back to you now, I've taken everyone's reactions on Pakistan, of course, and the comical almost loss that they had last night. But talking about Eden Gardens, tonight's game as well, I think Varun Chakravarti will be one of those key factors to get to penetrate the West Indies batting lineup. I think that's the matchup that you're going to look forward to. And someone like a Shimron Hetmeyer, someone who can really go out there and tonk. I think Varun will be looking after those wickets.
Definitely, and there are a lot of West Indies players who struggle against spin. Someone like Rovman Powell, he's number 4 for West Indies nowadays, but he struggles badly against spin. So I think they will get exposed. I think three players play the spin really well. One is Shehab, their captain, obviously, who is in form. Shimron Hetmeyer, their top run scorer, and Sharfin Rutherford. Sharfin Rutherford is a very good player of spin. So I think these players, these are the three batters that Indian spinners plan a lot against. Apart from that, a lot of their batters struggle against spin. Even the lower middle order, Jason Holder, the likes of Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd, they also struggle against quality spin. And Varun Chakravarti understands these conditions better than anybody else. Eden Gardens, last game he was strong for 35 runs. Same was with Akshar Patel. But you have to understand with Varun Chakravarti that I always highlight this point which Rohit Sharma made last year in Champions Trophy, that he never shows his full range of variations. He has got so many variations, but he never shows it. So Varun Chakravarti is definitely your trump card, and in these conditions, you expect Varun Chakravarti to outclass, to bamboozle, to outfox West Indies batters. And I don't think West Indies batters will be able to read him, because it's very difficult, especially at Eden Gardens where he's played a lot of cricket. So I think it will be a tough challenge for West Indies batters. Varun Chakravarti will have a good game, I reckon.
Shubhain, yesterday as well, you saw that Varun Chakravarti, Mone Mokal, and Gautam Gambhir were having a long chat near the pitch, the center wicket. It was covered, but I'm sure that they were in deep conversation about how to get these batters out.
Yeah, that was a spot bowling session done for about half an hour, and it went pretty well. They had a few cones on the pitch, and they were just allowing. See, in the last game, Varun bowled around 60% of his delivery short of the length, which Irfan Pathan has also pointed out in one of his tweets. So, whenever any spinner bowls short, especially with a bowler like Varun Chakravarti who has so many variations, he's bound to go for runs, because those variations won't become effective unless and until he pitches it at the right spot. So Varun has been in the last couple of games, he has been spraying it a bit. I won't say a lot, but a bit. It's a bit uncanny of Varun Chakravarti to do so. But there can be games where he would go for runs, and such are the conditions in India, where dew also play a role, flatter decks, smaller boundaries. So Varun is bound to go for runs, but as Vaibhav also said, these West Indians don't play spin bowling that well. So that is where Varun is going to be effective. That is where Akshar Patel is going to be effective, because he darts the ball and bowls stump to stump. So as long as both the spinners are hitting the stumps, and Varun's biggest quality, as you have seen in many of MS Dhoni's dismissal, sorry Vaibhav, that he fires the ball into the stump, and whenever a batter is going for a hoik, which generally West Indian batters can go for, that's their impulsive shot. If they are going for a hoik, then they are prime candidate for a clean bowled or even an LBW. So I am expecting Varun and both Akshar and Varun to go get a few LBWs and clean bowls today. And I won't be surprised if they use someone like an Abhishek Sharma who has similar trajectory, flatter trajectory right at the stumps, to go about against a few of their right-hander power hitters. So expecting Varun and Akshar to come good. I won't be surprised if Abhishek Sharma is used, and even Tilak Verma bowled a bit at the nets yesterday. So all the spinners, although it's not going to be a very spin-heavy track, but still, if they are bowling first, then Indian spinners will have to come to the party today. Otherwise, it can be a long night for the Indian team. But I'm backing the spinners to come good and pick a lot of wickets today.
Yeah, and Darren Sammy did say in his press conference that his soldiers are ready for war. So this is Devashish. You were watching the practice
West
session
Indies have
yesterday.
won. They have a 3-1 head-to-head against India in
Yeah.
T20 World Cup. They have never lost a game. Although India have also never lost a T20 World Cup game in India, at Eden Gardens. Sorry. So it's going to be a good match.
Well, someone's going to lose tonight. Who is it going to be? Devashish, a lot of
Unless
people
rain
are
is there.
asking. India goes in as favorites, obviously. A lot of people are asking, win the toss and do what? What do you think? What do you reckon is the right strategy here, considering due and the pitch as well?
Ideally, a captain would prefer to lose the toss. Means he would rather want what means chasing won't be difficult on this wicket. Means even 200 could be chased here at Eden Gardens, and we have seen scores. Means an average of 180 runs being scored across all the 5 games that have been played in this World Cup. and even 200s have been scored twice. Obviously, one was scored by Scotland, but even England
That
has
is the
posted
same wicket. This is the same wicket,
same
Devashish.
wicket.
Scotland
Yes,
versus Italy.
exactly. It's the same wicket,
Scotland
and
versus
even
Italy.
West Indies has posted 180 plus. And in one of the matches, the very first match where Simran Hetmar scored a half century. So I think for West Indies, Simran Hetmar will be the key, and more so the fact that he has not got runs in the last match, in the previous match, so he has not scored. So I think that will be playing on his mind. And West Indies, and yesterday we saw the West Indian batters were tonking all the bowlers, and they are genuine power hitters. Means I don't know what they have for lunch or meal. I don't know, but they definitely generate a
If
lot
you
of
know
power.
Devashish, then let me know.
I will. I mean, maybe if West Indies, that should have been asked in the press conference. What do you eat? What do you batter? What do you all have? Means, but jokes apart. But I think West Indies will definitely put up a fight. But the key for India will be the spinners. So I absolutely spot on with Shubhain. I think Varun Chakravarti and Akshar Patel will be the key for India. I mean, the slow bowlers, because I think this might be the case where Varun Chakravarti can single-handedly win the game for India. Because who better than Varun to know the conditions here at Italy, since he plays for KKR. He knows the conditions well. And yesterday, both Gautam Gambhir, Morny Morkel, and Varun had a long conversation in the middle. Uh, he got wicket. He's still your highest wicket taker with 11 wickets. He's still your highest wicket takers, but his economy rate has been on the higher side. So that is a bit, but that has been the case with most of the bowlers in this T20 World Cup. So you will go for runs, but at the same time, it is that I think South African batters played well. Like, we have to admit the South African batters, the likes of Eden Markham, played really well, and that might have shattered the confidence of Varun a bit, I think. But let's see. We hope that he comes good in this crunch can today.
Okay, someone here is saying, Anshu Mishra, Pakistan can still reach semi-finals of this World Cup. There's still a possibility if the PM changes the name of Lahore Airport and named it semi-finals, they will reach there tomorrow. You guys are too much. All right, this is a funny one. There are some questions that I wanted to take. Indian bowling makes them favorites as compared to West Indies bowling. Webber, obviously, when it comes to West Indies pace department, there's really not much there. And with the way that the Indian batting has clicked in the last game, if that continues, then it's a no contest.
Definitely, see, West Indies bowling strength relies in their spin department. They have quality spinners. Gurdakesh Moti is definitely their best spinner across formats, and that's why even last game, Akil Hussain was dropped, and Roshan Chase was played that game just because they know that Gurdakesh Moti, although Akil Hussain has picked more wickets than Gurdakesh Moti, but the way Moti bowls, he is by far the best bowler by spinner in their squad. And I am expecting Akil also to make way today. I think Akil, Roston Chase, and Gudakesh Moti, all three of them should play because all three of them can bat as well. That is their biggest strength. The strength of West Indies is their batting. Last game, you saw they had they were cornered to 80 for 7, 80 odd for 7. And then from that position to score 160, 170 odd, courtesy of that partnership between Jason Holder and Romario Shepherd, that itself speaks volumes of that. Batting is not as you said, the problem lies with the fast bowlers. Even the last time, we were having our discussion around this, that the biggest problem for West Indies going into the India game will be their fast bowling. How will they will, stop the Indian batters from scoring off their fast bowlers? Because see, Shamar Joseph, with due respect, is a great test bowler. Can be a great one-day bowler, but definitely he reminds me a bit of Navdeep Saini, that you have the pace, but you don't have control, you don't have variations to survive in this format. So Shamar Joseph is is a liability for me, especially in a ground like Eden Gardens or Wankhede, where you have small boundaries. So there is a problem for Sham in Guyana, in conditions like Guyana, Barbados. Yes, he can pick wickets, but in these conditions, flat conditions, against a good quality batting lineup of India, I don't think he stands a chance. Matthew Ford has bowled better than him. Matthew Ford has been economical in the power play. I think he has 5 or 6 runs per over is his economy in the first 6 overs. So he's a good bowler, but again, medium pacer. And Indian batters, they know how to tackle medium pacers with ease. Whether it's Surya Kumar Yadav, it's Abhishek Sharma, they like medium pieces. Even someone like Sanju Samson will enjoy batting against Matthew Ford or Jason Holder because these guys don't have pace. So I think the problem with West Indies is their bowling. Jason Holder is experienced, but we all know how inconsistent Jason Holder is in this format. So I think West Indies has a huge task up in their hands against a very quality and highly fiery batting lineup of India.
Okay, final couple of questions. Shubha and a lot of people are saying that what's the update on Rinku Singh? I think he's joined the team last night. Did
He
he?
has joined the team. He has joined the team. He'll be at the
Yeah.
ground today.
Yes. But the other question that I wanted to ask you was because of the way that the Indian team has gotten the combination right now, it leaves no space for Rinku Singh to come back into the 11. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any changes whatsoever in the Indian playing 11. They have found their best combination. Uh, Top of the order is now sorted. You have the flexibility in the middle order. You can use the different entry points as per the situation of the game, and the bowling unit is sorted. So you have many options there as well. So it's the best playing 11 that can be considered. Although I feel Rinku can be played in place of Tilak Verma, but since they are still wary about a collapse, they need an anchor in case of a situation where they are 24-3. Then Tilak might have a bigger role to play there. But again, that's something which the team management will decide. I'm not seeing any changes in the 11 as far as this match is concerned.
And Debashish, final question. Shin is asking if India bats first, what total should they set their sights on, considering there will be significant dew in the second innings?
Anything close to 200 or if not more means obviously the prerequisite to win a crucial match, and it's literally a virtual knockout. So you have to put runs on the board if you are batting first, and for that I think the power play overs will be very crucial, especially with now that Abhishek Sharma has got runs behind him and also Sanju Samson firing. I think that top order means at least you cannot afford to lose more than one wicket, and ideally it should be around 70, 80 odd, ideally, and that will be the perfect platform for the middle order to take it forward. So I think anything around 200 and whatever they post above 200 will be bonus. I'm not saying it will be a winning total, but definitely that will give the bowlers the cushion that yes, if they can pick wickets, I think this match can be very much over. So in 10 overs means I'm not saying West Indies will get bowled out, but if they lose say 4-5 wickets as was the case in the last game. So I think the owners will be on the batter even for West Indies as well. If West Indies bat fast, and if they post around 200, then Indian batters will be under pressure because yes, it is going to be chasing won't be difficult, but if you lose early wickets, then it gets difficult. It gets tricky. It gets tricky because the pressure of us in the virtual knockout will be beyond their minds.
All right. On that note, we'll be back very soon. All of us will join from outside of the Eden Gardens, so don't forget to join us then. Lots of build up coming up. Hindi, Bangla, and English. Go and watch whatever language that you like, and we'll be back very soon. Thank you so much.